Hello guys, welcome to the first episode of the Conscious Cast with me, Aaron Parker from The Conscious Self. So, before we even begin a discussion about what we're doing here and why this podcast and why listen to us, we're going to start with a little breath work. So, we start every single episode with a little breath work and a slight meditation so that we can really be on board with the information that's portrayed in this video. So, firstly, I like to be in a great state and a frame of mind to be able to give you the information, but also it's nice for you to be able to feel that stillness so you can receive the information too. So let's begin with a little breath together. So I'd like to sit down, closed eyes, shoulders back, nice straight back. And all we're going to do is follow my count. We're going to breathe in for 3 through both nostrils, and we're going to exhale for 6 through both nostrils. Following my count, not speeding up the count, nice and relaxed. Let's begin. As we inhale for 3, 1, 2, 3, and we exhale for 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, slight pause at the bottom. We inhale for 3, 1, 2, 3, and we exhale for 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last round, we inhale for 3, 1, 2, 3, and we exhale for 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slight pause, big deep breath. Audible sigh. Doesn't that feel better? So now we're settled in, why are we here? So the Conscious Self is a wellness business and wellness brand that I set up. I am the founder, and my mission was to help you feel more at home in your own skin, help you feel more authentic, help you be the most conscious version of yourself, hence the Conscious Self. And my idea was to get people to come back to nature, to connect to nature, to connect to the breath, to connect to the stillness that they find with breath work and meditation, whilst using these beautiful places in nature that we use for retreats, events and workshops. And what has been developed over time through my own journey and through my, I suppose my own development, has been a philosophy of the conscious self, which is helping people be the best version of themselves and allowing them to live life in line with that consciousness, with that conscious self. I know I keep repeating myself, saying conscious self, but to be the most conscious version of yourself is to live as the most authentic version of yourself, and that is the highest vibration. So the philosophy behind it has really helped me grow and become a better person, but also now I teach other people how to enact that philosophy and live a life in line with their purpose, with their vision, with clarity, and with centeredness, with peace. Because what are we without centeredness? What are we without peace? So if we're always chasing the money, if we're chasing the buck, we're never gonna really be peaceful, because money doesn't end, numbers don't end. There's no end to that. Whereas finding peace within, finding something within ourselves, which is a place that we can come back to time and time. It's a bit like stillness and peace is something that you revisit over time. You can't feel it in an instant. You have to do something, you have to enact it, you have to go out into nature, you have to sit, you have to meditate, you have to breathe yourself into that position of stillness and peace so that you can really feel that. And it's important that we feel that. Why is it important? Because our lives are so busy, because we're always in our sympathetic nervous system. The modern life is not seep with peace and contentedness. We're told we need to chase after the money, we're told we need to build this, build that, whereas what we really need to do is come back to ourselves every now and again and feel that stillness and peace and drop down into the parasympathetic, which is rest, relax and recuperate, instead of being that sympathetic, which is fight or flight. So here I am doing my first video. This might not be the most amazing video, but in authenticity, I'm going to make some mistakes in this process, and I'm learning as I go. And I think it's important that people see me be authentic and be conscious in that, and own up to being authentic, right? We all make mistakes. Through the mistakes we grow. And that's how I got to this position, actually. Through loads of mistakes, through growing up a certain way, through having hard times, did I stumble upon philosophies and theologies and information and books and source materials and just a wealth of information. As soon as I opened up that, as soon as I opened up my shell to that stuff, I dived in. And through that, I found these things that really helped me grow in life, that really helped me become a better person. Not only a better person, but a more resilient person, a more positive person, a more grateful person, and then through that, a more virtuous person. And now I help other people by teaching them how to be that way. So you might say, why listen to him? What has he got to tell me that I don't already know? Or why even listen to this guy on the camera? I've never seen him before. Well, I'm just like you. I've been where you've been. I've been in a gutter looking up at the stars, wishing for a way out of this gutter. And I found my way out through some really hard and important lessons that I learnt the blessings from. So my gift is now to you to be able to give you those steps so you can skip some steps along the way, so you can surpass me even, hopefully. I'm just here as a regular man who managed to turn his life around, giving you the valuable tips and tricks and hints and tips and wisdom and lessons and blessings and knowledge that was passed down to me through life experience, through great coaches, great mentors, and also through just life itself, Okay, so that's the first episode. I'm going to bear my heart on these episodes. The next episode is going to be about my journey and how this came to be. I look forward to seeing you guys there. Big love and peace.